Hello, students. Hope all are doing good at home. And in the previous video, we learned how to add two matrices, how to subtract, and how we can do the scalar multiplication. Today, we will discuss the next thing, and it is very important part of matrices, how to multiply the matrices, right? So, I will begin with one simple example, and then we will go to the general concept of multiplication. Let us take one simple example. I am taking the matrix A as 1, 2, 4 and 3. Another matrix B we are taking. Let it be 2, 4, 5, -1, 7 and let us take 0. Okay. Now, here the order of the matrix is 2 by 2 and here how many rows we have? 1, 2, 3 and the columns are 2. First of all, when we multiply, how the multiplication be done? First thing we will discuss, it will be AB, right? When I multiply, it will not go to now corresponding elements or like that. It will go the multiplication. First of all, I will multiply the first row of first matrix with the first column of the second matrix. Now see what is happening here. This element 1, it will go to 2. So when I write down here, it will go like this, 1 into 2. And then the second element, 1 2 element will go to 2 1 element, right? 1 1 element is going to 1 1 element. 1 2 element will go to 2 1 element and here the sign of plus will come. It is the standard rule. And here it will become 2 into 5. Now, there is no other element but here we have one element. What does it mean? It means this row will not get multiplied anywhere. So, here comes the first rule of scalar multiplication. Whenever I multiply two matrices, matrix A and matrix B, if the order of matrix A is m into n, then the order of matrix B should be n into p. What does it mean? The columns of the first matrix should be equal to the rows of the second matrix. If you notice, here 7 is there, but here no element was there in the first row of first matrix. If I write down here, I extend it here further and I write down, let us say 0 and here 1, then the problem will be solved. Then this 0 is available for this number 7. But since I took here 2 by 2, no other element was there, so it means this multiplication is not at all possible, right? So this is the first important rule for the scalar multiplication. Two matrices will be multiplied only if the number of columns in the first matrix is equal to number of rows in the second matrix. They should be same. And after the multiplication, when I am getting the new matrix, let us say same number and name I am taking AB, the order of this new matrix that we are getting after multiplication, it will be m into p, right? So here the order of new matrix after multiplication will be m by p. The rule is clear. So in order to multiply two matrices, the number of columns of first should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix and the new matrix will have order m by p. Okay. It means if I have the matrix A with the order 2 by 3, this matrix B should have the number of rows 3. Number of columns can be anything. It can be 1 also, it can be 2 also, it can be 3 also. 4 we are not discussing in class 12, so that we will not do. So here it can be anything. Any one of this is possible. And when I multiply the order of the new matrix, then it can be 2 by 1 also, it can be 2 by 2 also, it can be 2 by 3 also. The only main condition is this thing should be same, right? So this is very important thing. I hope this rule is clear. Now let us do the multiplication. It is very important. I am repeating my statement. So this thing is important. You have to note it down in the register as well, and always take this thing in mind whenever you are going to multiply two matrices. Right? Let us take one simple example now. When I have the matrix A, let us say 1, 2, 3 and 2. Okay, the matrix B we will take, since here the order is 2 by 2, so this matrix should have two rows now. Okay, let us take 3, 2, 0, 1, 4 and 5. So how many rows are there now? Two rows are there. That means this 2 and this 2, now they are same. How many columns we have? 1, 2 and 3 columns are there. Okay, now let us see how the multiplication will go. Remember, first of all, this element we will write down. The first element, it will come first row with first column. It will give me the first element. Then this first row will go to second column and I will get the second element of first row. And then the first row will go to third column to get the third element of the first row. Because the order, new order will be 2 by 3. Let me write down here. The order will be 2 by 3. That means 2 rows and 3 columns. The columns are coming from the second matrix. The number of rows is coming from the first matrix. So first row, one by one it will go to the first column, then the second column, then third column. Okay, let us do. So 1 into 3, we will write down here 1 into 3 plus this element will go to this. So 1 1 element to 1 1 element plus 1 2 element to 2 1 element. So it will go 2 into 1. Right? Now this column is over. Now this row will go to the second column. Second column means 1 1 element will go to 1 2 element. 2 1 element. It will be 1 into 2 plus this 2 will go to 4 plus 2 into 4. Now this row will go to the third column. So 1 into 0 is 0 plus 2 into 5 is 10. Right? This is now first row is column, because first row has gone to first column, then second, then third column. Now 3 columns we got. First row's role is over. Now the turn will come of second row. Now same way, second row will go to first column, then second column, then third column to get the first element, second element and third element of the second row. So it will become 3 into 3 9 plus 2 into 1 2. Then this 3 will go to 2. 3 into 2 is 6 plus 2 into 4 is 8. Now this row will go to third column. 3 into 0 is 0 plus 2 into 5 is 10. So multiplication is done. We have to just add the elements and the new matrix we will get. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 8 is 10. This is also 10. 9 plus 2 is 11. 6 plus 8 is 14. And this is also 10. So now this is the new matrix that we are getting after multiplication of two matrices, that is A and B. Right? I hope this thing is clear to all, how we are multiplying. The main thing, the number of columns of first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Only then it is possible. Now if I do one more thing, let us take the same. Here we were having A. The order of the first matrix was 2 into 3. The order of the second matrix was the order of the second matrix here was 2 into 3. First was 2 into 2. Now can you find B into A? B into A means B will be written first, then A will be written. Now let us check. The order of B is 2 by 3. The order of A is 2 by 2. These two are now not equal. It means BA is not possible. Right? BA is not possible. It is not necessary. If AB is possible, BA will also be possible. No. And one more important result we have, that multiplication of matrices is not commutative. Even if I take one simple example, if A is the matrix of order 2 by 2 and B is also a matrix of order 2 by 2, no doubt the result new matrix AB will also be of order 2 by 2 only, because this 2 and 2 they are equal and the new matrix will have order 2 by 2. But it is not necessary that AB will be equals to BA. It will occur in very few cases. It will be very exceptional case if it occurs. Otherwise, the result is matrix multiplication is not commutative, right? So this is the very important result, and it can come as verify also, like verify AB is not equal to BA, right? I hope the matrix multiplication is clear. We have few sums based upon matrix multiplication also in this exercise, so you people will be doing those sums from exercise 3.2. If any doubt comes, ask in the group, I will help. Thank you, Peter.